How do Pareve and Fleishig work in gluten-free kosher baking? Imagine baking a cake that can be enjoyed with both meat and dairy meals without any worries. That's the magic of understanding how Pareve and Fleishig work in gluten-free kosher baking. In kosher kitchens, foods are divided into categories based on their ingredients and how they're prepared. Pareve foods are neutral. They contain no meat or dairy ingredients, so they can be eaten with either type of meal. Fleishig foods are meat-based, and they include anything from meat ingredients to utensils and equipment used for meat. When baking gluten-free kosher goods, the same rules apply. To keep a baked item Pareve, it must be made with ingredients that contain no meat or dairy. Think plant-based oils, non-dairy margarine, and kosher-certified chocolates. The utensils, pans, and ovens used must also be either dedicated Pareve or properly kashered, which means they have been richly cleaned and heated to remove any residue from meat or dairy. This prevents any taste transfer that could change the kosher status of the baked good. If you want to make a gluten-free baked item Fleishig, it would include meat ingredients or be prepared with equipment used for meat. For example, baking a gluten-free cake in a meat oven or using meat pans without kashering would make the cake Fleishig. Usually, baked goods are not made with meat, but the equipment used can determine their status. So, if you bake in a Fleishig oven or with Fleishig utensils, you need to be careful to keep the baked items separate from Pareve or dairy foods. To keep a gluten-free baked good Pareve, when using equipment that is sometimes used for Fleishig, you should first thoroughly clean and heat the oven to a high temperature to kosher it. Then, place the baked item in disposable or Pareve-designated dishes, or cover it with aluminum foil to prevent contact with Fleishig pans. Utensils and pans should be either dedicated Pareve or properly kashered before use. These steps help prevent any meat taste from transferring and changing the kosher status of your baked goods. Ingredient selection is also very important. All ingredients must be kosher certified and gluten-free. Pareve ingredients include plant-based oils, non-dairy margarine, Pareve-certified chocolates, and plant-based milks. If you use dairy ingredients, they must come from kosher-certified sources and be prepared with separate utensils and equipment from those used for meat or Pareve baking. Since gluten-free baking often involves special flours and binders, it's essential to verify that these ingredients are kosher-certified and do not contain meat or dairy derivatives unless intended. This way, the final product stays true to its kosher status. In short, the principles of Pareve and Fleishig in gluten-free kosher baking are about ingredient choices and how you handle your equipment. Pareve baked goods are neutral and flexible, allowing them to be served with either meat or dairy meals. Proper kashering, dedicated utensils, and careful ingredient selection are key to maintaining these distinctions and following kosher laws. This ensures your baking is both delicious and compliant with dietary laws, giving you the freedom to enjoy your treats anytime.